Have you ever felt a shiver running down your spine as you walk through the silent aisles of a library? Libraries, these hallowed halls of knowledge, can sometimes be a setting for something far more sinister. As you tiptoe down the aisles, the persistent silence is only punctuated by the distant rustling of pages. There's a certain agelessness to libraries. Some of the books have been nestled on the shelves for decades, even centuries, their pages heavy with secrets from a time long past. The scent of old paper and ink often mingles with a faint, inexplicable chill that hangs in the air, a chill that seems to seep into your very bones. These silent corridors and dusty books can harbor more than just knowledge. They can also be the birthplace of mysteries and unspeakable horrors. In the quiet corners of libraries there lurk tales that will make your heart race and your palms sweat. Imagine, if you will, a librarian who never leaves, even after death. Our tale takes us to the heartland of America, Evansville, Indiana, to a place known as the Willard Library. This library, like many others, is a sanctuary of knowledge, a trove of tales, and a haven for the curious. But unlike its counterparts, it houses a resident who has overstayed her welcome, a ghostly librarian. Her story began over 100 years ago, when she was a diligent custodian of the books. They say she loved the library more than anything else, and it seems she never quite managed to part ways. Over the years, patrons and staff alike have reported sightings of a spectral figure, a woman in gray, roaming the halls long after the sun has set. These aren't mere rumors or tales spun to scare the gullible. No, they come with a weight of truth. The library's surveillance cameras have caught fleeting images of this spectral figure, a woman dressed in a gown from a bygone era. But she's not just a silent specter. She has a propensity for the uncanny. Librarians have reported books moving from their shelves, chairs rocking on their own, and a cold, eerie sensation that sweeps through the library's labyrinthine stacks. Patrons have reported an unseen hand brushing against them, or a soft whisper in their ear while engrossed in their books. But perhaps the most disturbing of all the occurrences is the sound of crying, a mournful wail that echoes in the dead of night, a lament for a time long past. Some believe it's the ghostly librarian mourning her unending solitude, her eternal attachment to the library she loved so much. And so, the tale of the ghostly librarian continues, a spectral sentinel in the silent halls of the Willard Library. A story that reminds us that sometimes our passions can tether us beyond the realm of the living. So, the next time you see a librarian, remember they might just be more attached to their books than you think. What if a book could scream in agony? An unsettling question, but one that hovers over the Warsaw University Library in Poland. There lies a book, infamous for its eerie, scream-like sound. This book isn't a figment of some horror writer's imagination, but a real, tangible object of dread and fascination. This peculiar artifact is known as the Screaming Book, a name that's as bone-chilling as the sound it emits. But what is the story behind this unsettling piece of literature? The tale begins in the late 19th century. The book, filled with ancient texts and illustrations, was bound in a unique leather, claimed to be human skin. An eerie notion, but not an uncommon practice in centuries past. Throughout its existence, the book remained untouched and unopened for decades, its contents a mystery to the world. However, one fateful day, a brave or perhaps foolhardy librarian decided to explore its secrets. As the cover creaked open, a high-pitched, scream-like sound echoed throughout the library's silent halls. The noise was so unsettling that it sent the librarian and anyone within earshot running for the door. The Screaming Book has been opened on several occasions since that day, and each time, it emits the same agonizing scream. The question remains, why does the book scream? Some believe it's the trapped spirit of the individual whose skin binds the book. Others speculate it's the result of air trapped in the book's binding, released when the book is opened. Whatever the reason, the Screaming Book remains a spine-chilling oddity in the Warsaw University Library. It's a testament to the power of the unknown, a macabre reminder of a time when books were bound in human skin, and a chilling example of how reality can sometimes be more terrifying than fiction. So, the next time you open a book, remember the Screaming Book of Warsaw University Library. It's a chilling reminder that books can carry more than just words. Have you ever heard of a book that could doom its reader? Let's delve into a tale that might make you think twice before picking up an unfamiliar book. This story is about the Voynich manuscript, a mysterious and enigmatic book housed in Yale University's Bajneka Library. Named after Wilfrid Voynich, the Polish book dealer who purchased it in the early 20th century, This manuscript is a paradox wrapped in a riddle, bound by the enigma of an unknown language. Its pages are filled with bizarre illustrations and cryptic symbols that no one has been able to decipher, despite the relentless efforts of the world's most brilliant cryptographers and linguists. But the true horror of this manuscript lies not in its inscrutable language, but in the ill fate that reportedly befalls those who dare to decipher it. Tales abound of scholars and cryptographers who, after spending countless hours attempting to decode the manuscript, have met with inexplicable misfortune. Some have lost their sanity, unable to shake off the obsession with the manuscript's code. Others have suffered unexpected accidents or sudden, unexplained illnesses. It's as if the manuscript itself is cursed, punishing those who dare to uncover its secrets. In the academic world, the Voynich manuscript is often referred to as the Sphinx of the Yale Library. Like the mythical creature, it guards its secrets fiercely, ready to bring doom upon those who dare challenge it. So is the Voynich manuscript merely an undeciphered historical text? Or does it hold a more sinister secret within its pages? Is it a product of an unknown ancient civilization, or the work of a clever hoaxer? Or could it be that this manuscript is indeed cursed, its cryptic language a trap set to ensnare the unwary? These questions remain unanswered, adding to the chilling aura that surrounds this enigmatic book. The Voynich manuscript, a book that holds a mystery or perhaps a curse. As we've seen, libraries, those bastions of silence and knowledge, hold more than just books. They are also home to chilling tales, stories that send shivers down the spine. The ghostly librarian, forever bound to her post, the book that screams when opened, a terrifying sound echoing in the hushed halls, and the cursed manuscript, its dark secrets bringing misfortune to any who dare read it. Each of these tales stirs emotions within us, a mix of fear, intrigue, and suspense. Libraries, with their innumerable volumes and centuries of existence, can be places of unexpected horror. They are not just repositories of knowledge, but also of mysteries and spine-chilling tales. Each book holds a story, and sometimes those stories are not meant for the faint-hearted. So the next time you visit a library, remember the stories we've shared today. Who knows what other mysteries lie hidden in those quiet aisles?